bright boys at the marine science place, the place that has all these wonderful big research boats, they decided that they needed a new ship, and they had to name it something. Now, instead of calling it the Shackleton or the David Attenborough or something, they thought that they'd open up the naming rights to the people of the internet. And the internet decided that it would be called Boaty McBoatface. Now, this might seem a little bit undignified for a 3,000-ton research vessel, but I think it is actually a brilliant move. Now, let's get down to business. Yes, it does sound silly and undignified and unscholarly to be named Boaty McBoatface. But have you ever heard of any research vessel at all? Ever? No, you haven't. You haven't heard of any. Well, there's the Nishin Maru. But that's technically not a research vessel. That is technically a whaling boat with the word research on the side in order to, get away with killing more whales. And the only research they do there is research into how delicious whales can be. Results are inconclusive. They'll have to kill more whales. But I think it's a really good idea to have a ship called Boaty McBoatface. Here is a simulation I came up with earlier to show what would happen on the news if you had a ship called Boaty McBoatface. Boaty McBoatface has just come into town. We catch up with that plucky little 7,000-ton ship as it comes into port. Well, we've been doing biological and oceanographic studies. Particularly, this year we've been focusing on the Galapagos Islands. There's some marine cockles there, and what's happening with the marine cockles is that the ocean acidification has been wearing out the calcification of the shells of the marine cockles, and we are trying to prevent this from happening. Inversely, here is a simulation of what would happen with a ship that isn't named Boaty McBoatface. Well, it was a slow news day today, so we just caught up with a ship that came in. Why do I even have these press conferences? Nobody comes for some reason. Fuck this shit that passes as local news. No wonder the networks never pick me up. Shit was on. You see, the internet is full of things that are there to gain people's attention. It's not like the old days where you had a television and it had 3 channels, maybe 4. No, you've got hundreds of channels on the television and millions of channels on the internet. You have to grab attention somehow. And Boaty McBoatface gets that attention. It gets that attention every time. You've taken this ordinary research vessel and you've given it something that means something to people. But Boaty McBoatface is something that we can all relate to. It is somehow democratizing science without actually giving people a say. It is a way of getting people to learn about science. I mean, calling a ship the Attenborough or the Shackleton or whatever, that will give a lot of prestige to a boat. But Boaty McBoatface, on the other hand, will sell toys. And when you're selling toys, you're getting children interested in whatever that toy does. So, fire trucks make firemen, for example. Police cars make people into policemen. And Boaty McBoatface will turn children in 20 years' time into marine biologists. And I think we need more marine biologists because there are toys out there that look like Kim Kardashian. and nobody wants that. I'm dangerously talented, and I don't have a cool sign-off.